Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Thomas with Club and Resort Business, and welcome to another episode of the Club and Resort Talks podcast. Today's podcast is sponsored by Crestcore. When your culinary operation is on a roll, make sure it's in Crestcore's hot cabinets, ovens, utility cabinets, racks, dollies, and a host of other quality products. A family-owned company, Crestcore has been moving force in the food service industry since 1936 and is centrally headquartered near Cleveland, Ohio, with more than 275,000 square feet of state-of-the-art manufacturing and distribution facilities. Crestcore has made a commitment to unsurpassed reliability and superb customer service. Learn more at crestcore.com. We got that taken care of. Let's not spend too much time on the news because I've got a terrific interview with Mark Bado, General Manager and COO of Mizner Country Club. He's going to talk to us about his big renovation they got going on down there. So let's get through this news really quick. The development of a proposed Sports Illustrated resort in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, has been put on hold after the city council opted to delay the project during their latest meeting. This decision comes in response to strong opposition from residents who are voiced their concern during a recent public hearing. Concerns raised by the community primarily centered around the design of the resort, infrastructure issues, and the potential increase in traffic. The development faced significant pushback from locals who felt the current proposal did not adequately address these concerns. Residents highlighted the need for additional due diligence on various aspects of the project, including the hotel's design and the anticipated traffic impact. The council member did mention in an interview that he expected the next step to get approved maybe at the beginning of the year. So a couple months off, back to the drawing board, and we'll see where that goes. We reported on Sports Illustrated Resorts rolling out a new university edition at some of the top college towns, and Tuscaloosa was the first of this project. I don't know, maybe Tallahassee will come up, maybe Columbus, Ohio. I don't know. Austin, Texas, wherever some of the big universities are, I think Sports Illustrated is really trying to get into there. So stay tuned for that one. Next up, Sweetens Cove, America's Sweetheart. Sweetens Cove, a 9-hole course in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, known for its cult following and distinctive approach to golf, is set to expand. While the main course will remain at 9 holes, the club is adding a par 3 short course, along with a range of new amenities aimed at enhancing its appeal to traveling golfers. The expansion includes stay and play cabinets, a restaurant, a distillery, a putting green, a fishing dock, and a skeet shooting range. Designed to create a comprehensive destination experience, the original architects of Sweetens Cove, Rob Collins and Tad King will return to design the new short course. Known for their work, you might be familiar with them at Landman in Nebraska. Their new design will emphasize creativity and flexibility, allowing golfers to experience the course in new ways. Construction on the par 3 course is scheduled to begin in spring 2025 with an expected opening in 2026. I'm hoping to get their general manager, Matt Adamski. Adamski, I don't know how to butchered his name. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm trying to get him on the podcast to talk a little bit more about what's going on there. A lot. Obviously, it's a mecca. It's a destination for golfers to get down there and experience this amazing little project or property, and it's only going to get better. So before we get to Mark Bado, and I know I pronounced Mark's name correctly. I just got with him. So before I get to Mark, let me tell you real quick about our membership marketing webinars that just wrapped up. We had 4 over the course of 4 Tuesdays in October here, starting with Melissa Hanson and ending with Megan Johnson from PGA Frisco. A lot going on in the membership and marketing side, from your online presence to events to a whole calendar of things to get people excited about the club. Branding was a big one. We're seeing a lot of that on social media as well right now. So go to clubresortbusiness.com, and up at the top you'll see the search bar or the bar, and webinars is right there. You click on that and you can watch any of the four presentations on demand. Just have to click on that particular one, type in your name and email address, and boom, there it is. You can still ask questions too while you're in the on demand. We'll get those questions answered for you if you have any. Otherwise, shoot me an email at rthomas@wtwhmedia if you had any questions, and I'd be happy to help you out. Beyond this, let's get to Mark Bado. Mark, again, talked about this upcoming renovation at the club. Big news, big news. We're looking forward to seeing everything that's going on in 2025. Take care, stay well, and have a great day. Hello, and welcome back to the Club and Resort Talks podcast. I've got Mark Bado, General Manager, COO of Mizner Country Club. Mark, welcome to the show.
It's an honor to be here and be with you.
Thank you, Mark. Hey, real quick, before we get into the meat and potatoes of our discussion about this impressive renovation that's going to be taking place, please give us like a 10,000-foot view of Mizner Country Club. What are we looking at?
Well, we're located in Delray Beach, which is located right next to Boca Raton. Being in Palm Beach County, Florida, I believe this is the country club capital of the world. We have well over 100 clubs in our county, and a lot of very high achieving clubs within 2 miles of our gates here. We have a number of clubs who are in this thing called Platinum Clubs of America. 2 are in the top 4. Addison Reserve and Boca West are within 2 miles. Also, we got St. Andrews is considered a platinum club. We got the Polo Club, Woodfield, another great club, and the bar is very high. Plus, a number of other clubs are all around us, and it's an exciting place to be because they're always pushing the envelope and always pushing each other to be the very best we could be. So we're a little bit more a boutique club. We have 471 homes, so basically we have 471 members here at the club compared to some of the bigger clubs. But people have moved here because of the fact that it's a little bit more boutique and get to know each other very well. They spend a lot of time here, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And 60% of our members are year-round members. The other 40% do go back up north in the summertime. But even the ones who are here in summertime, they do a lot of traveling. It gets pretty warm down here in the summertime. But we're glad to be in this part of the world. It's growing. The home sales continue to boom, and people are moving. As we all know, people are moving to the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, and we're glad to be a recipient of those on a regular basis.
Well, I'll tell you what, so many clubs, iron sharpens iron, right? So the competition. Give us if you would, an elevator pitch of what you have going on in 2025 with the clubhouse remodel.
Sure. Well, let's step in a little bit back. We were founded by the Toll brothers in 2020. We're about ready to celebrate our 25th anniversary. We had a clubhouse that was well maintained, well built. They made a decision about 2015, 2016 to do some additions, which we call our lifestyle center, which added updated our pool, but we really added a really high-end fitness facility with spa services, yoga, spin. We just added this past year, we added not only to our massage, but we've added hair salon and nail salon because we really want the people to stay here on site. But our clubhouse, as we added these new facilities, pergolas and dining areas on our new facility, and the clubhouse, it was getting a little dated. It's 25 years old. So we decided over the past several years, and it finally came to fruition this year, we're going to update our main lobby areas, the bathrooms. We spent a lot of time on designing what we call our main dining room / ballroom, renovating the kitchen. We felt that because we're become much more active club, much more busy club, our kitchen layout did not fit the requirements of what our membership were looking for. So we had to upgrade the kitchen, but the what we call the 1 mile bar, which is our casual bar area, which is the center of our activity as it relates to our membership, especially on the weekends. We significantly upgraded it. But then, as you know, one of the biggest things people are looking for is outside dining. And we were adding a brand new terrace, adding another 75 seats out there. So they could enjoy this during our season from November all the way through May when the weather is fantastic down here. we're going to have the ability to have additional outside dining. We've added nano walls, and so we can bring the inside out and outside in. It's going to be great views of the golf course and the homes and the waterways we have here. And it's going to be a huge activity center for our membership, whether it's for a la carte dining, and also when we have member events or banquet events, we'll use that also. And it's going to be a wonderful place to hang out during season. It has the fans. It has some heating for the cooler nights. It's covered. We have screens coming down. It's all the things you want to have in your outside dining. We are going to have it, and we're excited to be provided for our membership.
Everything I've seen so far, the renderings look spectacular. That outdoor terrace really caught my eye, though. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that's going to be in the end. To get to point B, right? I mean, you're at point A now. There's going to be some disruption. What are you guys doing? What steps you taking in the renovation process to minimize the disruption to of the members?
Sure, absolutely. One thing we wanted to do is this is probably going to be we're going to be in construction for 8, 9, maybe 10 months. Obviously, we're going to start it at the very end of our season. So sometime late April, early May, we're going to start construction. And as I said, only 6% of our membership will be here. So we're going to shut down the main clubhouse upstairs, which is our lobby area, our kitchen, and our dining facilities. But we still have available golf. But because we did this lifestyle center 5, 6 years ago, we have a complete center for dining, and they want to handle all our member dining, and they handle some banquets also on a limited basis. So most of our construction will be in our off season, May, June, July, August, September. And when we get into the fall season, hopefully we'll get closer to getting some of the spaces open. But we wanted to do it during our off season when we're not as active, and we don't have as much going on. But we were very fortunate to have a second kitchen, a second a la carte area. There's additional places outside we could use for some of our events. So we're excited by the fact that we're trying to time this right. But our biggest challenge right now is not only finishing the plans, but really getting the permitting from Palm Beach County.
I'll tell you what, South Florida in July and August. Hope the fans are working.
And we'll
Construction
all
guys.
be inside. It's interesting you say that. And one of the pushbacks we had was, why don't we air condition this space? So we could use it in May, June, July, August. In reality, no one goes outside at that time of the year. It's just so hot. It's hot and humid. And if you air condition, it means it's inside space. And we made the analogy that I spent a lot of time up north, where a lot of clubs build these wonderful porches, but they're not getting much use in November, December, January, February. Same thing, we're not getting much use of the outside spaces in the summertime. We have more than enough capacity to take care of our members in a brand new casual dining area called the 1 Mile Bar and Grill. And they'll be more than satisfied with the accommodations they have, and they do not want to go outside. And when you air condition something, that's an inside space. We want to take advantage of the outside space, because that's one of the most popular things that we learned from COVID. It was always popular beforehand, but even more during COVID, and it was something that we've all carried forward.
Yeah, we've noticed that the golf boom has stayed up since COVID. Obviously, it helped the industry. Outdoor dining, same way. So, COVID's not been all bad. Well,
it's interesting. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but in February 13th, 2020, Randy Reuter presented me the gavel to be the chairman of our association, CMAA. And I was very excited. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Prepared a lot of time for this. We had a lot of plans. 4 or 5 weeks later, we go into COVID. And there's no playbook, there's no plan, there's no history on being able to handle something like this. And if you would have asked me late April, early May, and I was on a conference call with all these different committees of CMAA, I was like, what's going to happen? Are we going to lose our clubs? Are we going to lose our jobs? We're going to use all these things. But by the end of May, we felt a turn. And reality was what we had to offer as it relates to safety, outside sports, a safe haven for both our staff and for our employees, that the reason why you belong to the clubs were just emphasized that much more. So if you would ask me in April, this could have been our lowest point in the private club industry. In my mind, it was all of our greatest time in our history of our club business because we showed how resilient we were. We could take advantage of things because we're really slow on being innovative, and it forced us to be innovative. But most importantly, we helped each other out, and we were never alone. And the information that people like Club and Resort put out to help us, NCA, CMA, the way we were united together made us a different industry, and it helped us evolve. And we're continuing to ride that wave.
Amen. Let's put a stamp on that. Joe Barks got us through at the Club Resort business. Now he's enjoying his semi-retirement, but
Great man.
God bless you.
Yeah. Good man, Joe Barks. Absolutely.
Yeah, terrific guy. What specific design themes or inspirations will guide the new aesthetic of the clubhouse?
So, we've hired KDC out of Atlanta, Georgia, and JC Chai is our main architectural person. Interiors, we've added JB Banks out of the Low Country, and we're working with Laura Bischenberger offer, and she's doing a great job. But we wanted to get the Florida theme, something that's contemporary, something that's light. Our place looked like it was built 25 years ago, and it was dark, but we want to bring a lot more light, a lot more air to it, a lot more modern look to it. Those are some of the themes. Also, the bar area, we're looking at a lot of these high-end bars in the blue colors and how the bar is designed with the texture on the face of the bar, lighting around the bar, the bulkhead around the bar, the furniture we're picking, everything we want to be light and has great, deep texture to it. And it's something that we really spent a lot of time on. We spent a lot of time to appreciate living in the country club capital of the world, spending time at Addison Reserve. He's done a lot of work. Boca West has done a lot of work. Going up the Y Cliffs, he's done a lot of work. Polo Club is going through a lot of work. And what's really good is we talk about our architect and interior design, but also having a good contractor who understands clubs. We're using Proctor, who we used before, and they're using a Polo Club and different in the Addison Reserve. It's important to have people that have done clubs. So we want to have a much more modern, much more contemporary, much more white, light theme to our facility.
How do you envision the member usage at 1 Mile Bar?
So typically what we've done is we have what we call the craft, which is our weekday lunch place, and we're down there for dinner a couple other days a week. I think that the 1 Mile Bar and the 1 Mile Terrace, we're probably going to pivot, and when we serve dinners, except for Saturday night, they're all going to be up here. All our dinners will be up here. Our lunch will continue to be down in the craft, where we do a lot of buffets. But when it comes to our bread and butter, and we're an a la carte club, we only have 30 to 35% of our business is what we call banquet business or catering. The rest of it is really a la carte. It's to grind members using their club, and it's really members who are here all the time. They live and breathe their club, and having them go up into that 1 Mile, which is going to be renovated, it's going to be a huge boon for them. And it's not going to be just busy on Friday nights. It's going to be busy probably 4 or 5 nights a week, especially when we reopen.
That's going to be spectacular. Can you talk us a little bit about the name 1 Mile Bar?
Oh, sure. So when the club was built, we're on Lyons Road, and when it was built here, it was a dirt road that got out here. There wasn't much development. We are west. We're about 7 miles west from the ocean. We're in the ag district, and it wasn't much development out here. And our bar was exactly 1 mile from Atlantic, which is the main drive in Delray Beach, which is, if you want to see a lot of activity, a lot of fun night spots. The Atlantic Avenue down by the ocean is where people go, but it goes all the way out west, and we're 1 mile from Atlantic, and the bar is exactly 1 mile from there.
All right, that makes a lot more sense than it being an actual mile long, which you could have a lot of seating. That'd be fantastic.
Kind of like Quail Hollow, who has the Green Mile. So
yeah, exactly. Hey, wonderful. Good association. As a former Charlotte guy yourself, right?
Well, I'm a big fan of Quail Hollow and Tom DeLozier and his team, and I love their. We talk about mission statements. Their mission statement, which one of my favorites, says, "Where greatness has a home, and they live that every day.
Getting off topic here real quick. I know that you're going to be involved with our Chef to Chef conference
Looking forward to it.
in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And you were a major part of our Chef to Chef conference when you were at Myers Park in Charlotte. Speak to the importance, if you could, real quick, of Chef to Chef. And I know that you've done some work with our Club and Resort chef, talking about your relationship with the culinary staff.
Sure. I believe the toughest job in our industry is the culinary, is our culinary department and the chef, because if you talk about subject matter experts in their minds as our members, because we all got to eat and they all watch cooking classes. So they have to know exactly what's going on. And I'm a big proponent of professional development. And if you want to be with the very best in the business, I always say you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So I always hang out with 4 people better than me, even though I bring the average down. They bring me up. If you want to be with the best in the business, go to conferences like Chef to Chef. And I've seen it grow exponentially under Joanna's leadership, and you got Chef Scott now fully engaged. And I keep his article real close to me, because he's one of my good friends. But I think it's bringing the top people in the industry, helping each other to learn the best skills. We had a little hiccup here not too long ago, and we needed some help from another club, and I called over to a place called St. Andrews, and Mark Ray, who's the GM over there, and some master chef called Joseph Leonardi jumped on the phone with me at 10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night,
Wow.
and helped us walk us through an issue. And you talk about getting support from your peers. Having a guy like Mark Ray and Chef Leonardi, who's one of your speakers in the past, having them because of relationships and bonds we build over time, having that, talk about not being alone. That's an example of not being alone. And you want to build your network in the program that you have. I got stuck with the most exciting topic. I get to speak at Chef to Chef. And these guys are going to be running to this one, because I get to speak about financial reporting, debits and credits, and food costs, and beverage costs, and labor costs. I'm sure they'll be on the edge of their seat for that one, but we will get them through that presentation, because I'm fortunate to do that with the managers. But it's a great environment. It was an honor for us to help host right before. I mean, this is right before the pandemic. Became chairman in February. This was late February, early March 2020. It was a huge success. We got to do the club tours, and now you guys all of a sudden, everyone had to take some time off, but you guys are back on fire. You went to Miami, and the last one was where's the last one? I forget where the last one was.
Oh, we've had a San Antonio,
Austin. You went to Miami and Austin. Now you're going to Baltimore. I'm sure you're going to be I'm assuming you're going to be in Inner Harbor area or somewhere around there.
Right.
Great experience. Great opportunity to learn, great opportunity to sharpen your saw. It's even a better opportunity to eat some good food and meet some new people and continue to build your network.
All right, let's clip that, put on some promotional stuff, and be still my heart with the financials, the speech. I can't wait to hear it.
There'll be a way to be sold out.
Now let's get back to the less exciting part of this huge renovation you're going on here. How will the addition of the outdoor covered terrace complement the existing social and dining spaces at Mizner?
So it'll feed right off our 1 mile bar. We'll have nano walls, so it'll be, like I said, inside out. It'll feed right into that. Also, it'll feed right off our main dining room, and it also acts as our ballroom also. So not only we use it for a la carte functions, when we have a wedding or we have a member function, whether it's opening day or one of our big events, we could remove the furniture and have an open space. And we talked about doing a balcony right off the back, but it was just cost prohibitive. We thought, let's start with this piece. And it's going to be a must-see place in this part of the world as it relates to an experience. And it'll be the member experience, and that's what we're doing. And we're fortunate enough also to pay for it out of something called capital reserves. And we talk about the benefit of the results of COVID. We sold over a couple hundred homes within a few years, and it really helped our reserves build back up and be able to to build something like this without asking for membership skin in the game as it relates to additional assessment or like to use the word capital call because we're fortunate to have it right now.
Wow, that's terrific. All this we've talked about is member facing stuff, but you had mentioned the kitchen was also going to be part of this major upgrade. What's the expected impact of the quality and variety of the culinary offerings with the upgraded kitchen?
So we're fortunate to have a kitchen up here. We're unfortunate that it was designed poorly and too small. So we were moving some of our big coolers and freezers down to the lower level, and actually access is going to be fairly easy because it's just an elevator ride down. It'll also help develop a garde manger area, and also have plating tables also in that area. And also we have a couple pinch points as it relates to where some walls are. So we're opening up those areas a little bit more, and also getting some updated equipment. Some of that equipment I think was original equipment, or at least seems to be original equipment. So we're getting better equipment, better space planning, and a little bit more space to work in. And we used our chef Scott was involved because he was an interim chef for us, and also Chef Daniel has been involved, and we've hired Camacho to help us out also. So we feel we have the right team members to help us get through this.
So some good eating on the way.
Good, yes, absolutely.
Terrific. Hey, technology is changing, not daily, they're by the minute. Technology is improving. Any new technology or features aimed at enhancing a member check-in and guest experience in the lobby?
Well, in the lobby, well, obviously having going to a much more robust app where you know when members are coming in, because you have the geo system fencing out, really helps a lot.
Yeah.
Around the club, because they're always within the gates. You want to know if they're on the club property or not. It has really helped a lot. Be able to around the pool, we're putting it into place where they can order from their chair and get it up to the kitchen. That's one thing we're looking into. We talked a lot about having the pads and going to their tables. Like when you go to the restaurant, you have those hand things, okay? But the difference between a restaurant and us is that their probably number one selling item might be a fish or a meat. Our number one selling item is a modifier, okay? And all the modifiers on a handheld system is a real challenge. So that's not as easy as it sounds.
No, that sounds something though.
Yeah.
And the members can get it their way. Not I guess that's kind of like a Burger King.
Well,
So let's not.
we're dating ourselves a little. Hey, we're dating ourselves a little bit when we remember that saying.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, I'll get you out on this one. Member feedback, big deal. What member feedback influenced the decision to renovate key areas, bathrooms, dining spaces?
So I live in a feedback-rich environment. I got a lot of subject matter experts, and you name the subject, they're experts on it. But the reality is that when it comes to when it comes to feedback, we wanted to make sure that it wasn't just one or two voices heard. We went out and started what we call a strategic plan. We hired GGA out of Toronto, and they have helped us develop a strategic plan. And we did focus groups. They met with over 100 people independently. We did a survey, had over 50% of the people come into the survey and respond to the survey, and what provided us a foundation of things they're looking for. And the number one, over 65% of the membership wanted to do this terrace, wanted to do the one mount bar, wanted to do the dining experience because they knew it needed to happen. And it wasn't the Mark Bado project or our president's project or house committee's project. This is really a membership's project. And they're excited about it. They've been talking about it for a long time, and really looking forward to executing on the vision.
Before I let you go, I always ask this question to end things out. Get your crystal ball out, right?
Yeah.
So we know what's happening in the next 12 months. Beyond that, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, what do you envision at Mizner Country Club?
Well, I think we always got to be relevant to our membership, and it's a challenge when a lot of clubs are facing where you have people who've joined in the past 5 years, and half our membership joined in the past 5 years, and they want new stuff, they want exciting stuff, and you got members who've been here 25 years, and it was a different place 25 years ago when it was owned by Toll Brothers, and they were subsidizing in different stages in your life. But I think it's important that you continue to offer a variety of experiences for your membership, whether it's having great parties, but at the same time, maybe having a lecture series or having quiet places or places where they feel that this is their safe haven, making sure the card ladies are taken care of, making sure that the different golf groups are taken care of, the tennis, all this stuff. It's an arms race down here, and you gotta be very keen to that. You got Matt Lambert up in Marisol doing an $80 million project, and McCarthy at Addison's doing something, and Mark Ray over at St. Andrews is doing. It's an arms race, but we also got to realize we're only 471 members, so we have to be prudent on what we pick and choose.
Yeah. Mark Bado, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Honored to be here.